I was born with a different body, and that's fine. I never let it define who I am. I hated myself for so long for being different. Then I realized, different is what makes you unforgettable. I spent years being angry about my size. But the minute I stopped caring, everything changed. Confidence is the best revenge. I think everyone should have the courage to be themselves. That's the hardest thing to do in this world. When you stop looking for approval, you start to grow. My advice to anyone who feels unseen: your story matters. Don't wait for the world to notice, make them see you. I think success is waking up and liking who you are. Don't live your life apologizing for who you are. Live it proving what you can do. The world will always have its judgments. But you can't control that. You can only control your choices. I didn't want to be the best little person actor. I wanted to be a great actor. Period. I've been rejected more times than I can count. But rejection builds resilience. The people who laugh at you will one day quote you. I'm not an inspiration because of my size. I'm an inspiration because I refuse to give up. I'm proud of who I am. You can't inspire others by hiding your truth. I've learned that the things that make you different are often the things that make you powerful. Fire-inspired 7,000-word motivational collection in Peter Dinklage's tone. Let's begin the long collection, a continuous, heading-free, quote-style flow in his reflective, honest, and powerful voice. Life is not supposed to look perfect. It's supposed to challenge you, frustrate you, and make you fight for every inch. I know what it feels like to be looked at before being understood, to be judged before being known. But I also know the power that comes from standing tall in a world that expects you to bow. You owe it to yourself to live without apology. There will be people who define you before they even hear you speak. Let them. Their definition of you says more about them than it does about you. Your job is to show up every day and rewrite that definition through action. Never waste energy trying to convince anyone of your worth. Just live it. I've learned that strength doesn't come from being unbreakable, it comes from breaking and standing again. Every scar, every rejection, every long silence before the phone rings again, that's where character is born. Confidence isn't loud, it's quiet persistence. It's doing the work when no one's watching, trusting that your time will come. There's a strange power in embracing what makes you different. For years, I tried to hide behind normalcy. But there's no freedom in pretending. Freedom comes from walking into the room as yourself, knowing that the right people will see you, truly see you. Dreams don't work unless you're willing to look foolish for them. Everyone wants success, but few want the embarrassment, the doubt, the nights when nothing works. But those nights build you. They sculpt your resilience. Don't ever compare your journey to someone else's highlight reel. Comparison is poison. Your story is unfolding at its own pace. Don't rush it. The moments you think are delays are actually training. I spent years in small apartments, with little money and even less opportunity. People told me I was wasting my time chasing a dream that didn't want me. But they were wrong. What they didn't see was the fire inside me. You can't measure passion with logic. There's a kind of dignity in struggle. When you're down and still show up, when you're tired and still create, when you're afraid and still speak, that's real courage. Don't let pity define your story. Pity is a cage disguised as kindness. You don't need sympathy, you need self-belief. The world changes when you believe you deserve your place in it. Art, life, love, all of them require risk. The risk of failure, rejection, heartbreak. But if you're not willing to risk those, you'll never know what you're capable of. You will be misunderstood. You will be underestimated. You will be laughed at. But one day, you'll be remembered for the same reasons they doubted you. We live in a world obsessed with perfection. But perfection is boring. It's the cracks that make people real, it's the flaws that make stories powerful. I've met people who had everything and still felt empty. I've met others who had nothing and were full of purpose. The difference isn't wealth, it's gratitude. Be grateful for the small wins, the lessons, the quiet moments that nobody claps for. If you ever feel invisible, remember, even the smallest light can be seen in the darkest room. Your presence matters, even if the world hasn't caught up to it yet. Don't wait for permission to live. Nobody's coming to hand you confidence. You build it by doing, by failing, by trying again. When you finally start walking in your truth, you'll lose people. Let them go. You can't carry everyone to the top of the mountain. Some are meant to stay at the bottom while you climb. There's no shame in starting small. Every legend started as a beginner. Every master was once clumsy. What matters is the refusal to quit. I learned that power isn't about size, status, or applause, it's about authenticity. The moment you stop pretending, you become unstoppable. You'll have people who doubt your dreams simply because they gave up on theirs. Don't listen. Their surrender has nothing to do with your destiny. I used to think courage was the absence of fear. Now I know courage is walking forward with fear. Fear reminds you that you're alive, that you're stretching beyond comfort. Never mistake fame for success. Success is peace of mind. Success is knowing you gave your best, even when no one noticed. Some days you'll feel lost. Some days you'll question everything. But even in confusion, keep moving. The road appears only to those who walk. When people laugh, let them laugh. When they doubt, let them doubt. You don't have to silence their voices, just make your actions louder. Don't apologize for being intense, passionate, or different. The world doesn't need more copies, it needs originals. You can't always control how the world treats you, but you can control how you respond. Choose dignity, always. If I've learned anything, it's this: greatness doesn't arrive, it's built. Built from rejection, built from persistence, built from showing up when no one asked you to. Don't chase applause, chase purpose. Applause fades, purpose echoes. Sometimes your greatest strength will come from your greatest pain. Don't hide your scars. They're proof that you survived what tried to destroy you. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're not too broken. The fact that you're still here means your story isn't done. Every time someone tells you, you can't, here it is, watch me. And remember, there's no such thing as a small life. Only a small vision of what's possible.